Hey guys, just getting some stuff started here. What's up? Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. I thought I had my live stream getting started screen going, so I'm surprised to see you guys are already here. Actually, I think my mic's a little hot. So how is it there, Travis and KSMUB? How is it going? Thanks. Let's see. Oh God, I have an ad here. Okay. Oh man, we're gonna get all these old God, I gotta turn those off. Hang on one second. Yeah, these are old chats from a long time ago, I think. Let me turn these off. And let me turn that alert box off. Okay. Alright guys. What is up? I thought I had fixed that. Some weird bugs in my software. Nothing too bad here. I'll get it all figured out. So how's it going, guys? Thanks for joining. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan with a little live stream here on a Tuesday evening around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And thanks for coming. I don't think it'll be on too long tonight. It's 7 right now. You know, stay till maybe like 8, 8:30, something like that. I want to have dinner kind of early. I think we've been realizing that we do better, just health-wise, feeling-wise, to not eat so late at night. So yeah, I'm trying to get our dinner going by like 8:30 or so. So anyway, cool to see y'all here. Thanks for coming along. Let's see. So let's see if you guys have any questions right now. Hopefully you saw the video I put out yesterday where I did a response to that live debate I did on Friday where I couldn't go to a web browser. Normally if someone says something dumb, I'll just go, hey, let's go over and check it out. We'll look it up online together in real time and see if it's true or false. But I was having some technical, I don't want to go on, but yeah, I was using a different computer and a different software and I thought it had all set to go. But anyway, it is all good. Okay, so let me see if I can turn this stuff back on here. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry. I'm still having some minor, different, weird audio issues here. All right, so let's try this out here. Hopefully everything's cool. Okay, hopefully we're not going to hear a bunch of weird dings and stuff here. We'll see what happens. One second. Okay, so far so cool. Let's roll with it. Let's see. Let's see, produce not pills. Hey, what's up? Hey, do you have your hair pulled back by your headphones? Is that really just that vegan balding going on? No, just I just kind of end up shoving my hair back. I don't know what it is. I shove it back. So yeah, it's really not the vegan balding. I have a high forehead though. That's something that's not changed since, you know, like it was like, you know, in my late teens or something like that when I first noticed I had a high forehead. It's just how my genetics are. It has nothing to do with vegan. I know you're just joking there. Let's see. Actually, let me pin the Streamlabs pin message to the top, the super chat message there. Cool. Jaden, thanks so much for the new video, the one I put out yesterday responding to the anti-vegan debate. I got super frustrated during the debate and had to leave about 80 minutes in because the guy was blasting angry nonsense. I know, normally I would just go and like, you know, go to the web and say, hey, let's look up like say animalvisuals.org and we would pull out, let's see, where's their graphs of here. Okay, if someone says, okay, yeah, if someone were to say, yeah, you kill more animals in the production of vegetables, fruits, and grains than you do, like say for chicken, eggs, and beef, I would say you're completely full of crap. Here's someone who's made a calculation. And it's not just a graph here. I showed before. There's a methods section. You know, it shows you exactly how these numbers were arrived at, assumptions made in the models. And again, just like, you know, if he's talking about harvesting, like first of all, he's forgetting about slaughter. Look at how many animals are slaughtered in the production of chicken. But they talk about crop deaths. So in harvest, there's still way more animals death in harvest compared to any plant category whatsoever. So that's, you know, normally what I'd be able to do if software were all working correctly. So, you know, it sucks. It sucks when I really most needed it more than ever. Yeah, long story short, yeah. I don't know if you saw that the live stream I did with John Kohler, how my computer froze about an hour and a half into the live stream. That wasn't the first time my computer froze during the middle of a live stream. So that happened on a Friday night. The whole next Saturday, I reconfigured my computer, updated the software, everything, and tested out Sunday. That didn't seem to fix it. So I had another a computer I could try. Angie upgraded something in her office, so I had a 5-year-old Mac I could try instead. That's what I worked on Sunday, to bring that, just to get that online, get all my software on it, and there were some issues I learned the day of the debate, getting my guests on via Skype. That's how I get these live debates happening. I use Skype. I guess I have to find something else because Skype is crashing my computer, so I had to switch to a different streaming software, but I didn't have that one set up to allow me to show you guys my computer scenes, like, you know, on a web browser or anything like that. Screen sharing wasn't allowed, so the permission wasn't set, and the only way to do that would be I'd have to restart my software, which would have ended the live stream, so I was screwed. So I didn't want to go off on that in my video yesterday. I'm just telling you guys right now exactly what happened there. Yeah, there's nothing I could do other than, hey, let's come back in a couple minutes and I'll join us again. It wouldn't have worked that well. Have I done any poses for VD lately? No, I haven't been helping her out, man. She's probably bummed, huh? I haven't been helping her get some good poses of me. Oh, I got something for VD to have a look at, guys. Hey, check this out. You know how like Drew and Bobby and those guys, you know, they're always saying how vegans, it's impossible for vegans to grow muscle. Here's I don't know if you guys are following us on Instagram. Here's a shot of where I'm at in my, again, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder or anything like that. I'm not trying to be a strongman or bodybuilder or anything like that. I'm just trying to put on some gains for like basketball, trying to just get overall upper body strength, and generally though working my lower body stuff I can't show you online. I can't show you my glutes. It's hard to show you my hamstrings and stuff like that. So anyway, here's something, you know, for VD, if you want to have a video here and show how Ryan is, or any of the anti-vegans, if you guys want to make a video about how I've lost all my muscle as a vegan, this is actually the buffest upper body I've ever had in my entire life. This includes being a teenager in my 20s. An anti-vegan can find some buffer pictures of me from my past, make me a liar. You can find more obese pictures of me from my past where I weighed about 50 or 40 pounds more than this, but it was fat. I wasn't going to the gym or anything like that. But anyway, thought I'd share that with you since I got that on IG right now. So anyway, let's not look at me or anything like that. Actually, I do have a Discord. So yeah, I do have a Discord, and if you want to get on our Discord, because I could try bringing people in. Maybe I'll give it a shot tonight. If anyone's interested, I have the link down in the show description to our Discord. So click that, follow the link, and follow us there. And you know, yeah, I haven't really tested that out yet. I don't know how it's working or anything like that. I tested out on my old computer, the one I'm no longer using because it was crashing. But we'll see. Let's see. We are looking at your right now, Ryan. Let's see. Let's see. What things do I look for when finding credible studies / research papers? Yeah, great question. A few things. I mean, I'm not a professional researcher. Hey, Jamit in Australia, how you doing there in Melbourne? But yeah, I try to. Thanks for the super chat tip too, Jamit. Appreciate it. First one of the night. Hopefully not the one and only. industry funded studies. I mean, be it, it's you're not going to find too many vegan industry funded studies. You're not going to find too many like the vegetable industry funded studies. But yeah, whenever I see a study that shows that like tries to prove that eating high saturated meat products doesn't raise LDL cholesterol, things that run against the mainstream scientific consensus, really skeptical about that. So that's one thing. If you see something that seems to go against the scientific consensus, be a little skeptical. Maybe they found something new, some kind of paradigm shifts involved, but I'm looking for industry funded studies for first and foremost. And also too, just looking at like, what kind of study is it? A random clinical trial? Is it some kind of epidemiological study? If so, how big are the sample sizes? And both, so it's, there's a few things. I have had some classes in research methodology before in college. I didn't get a degree in research methodologies, but I have a little bit of background behind it. So yeah, those are kind of that's kind of what I'm looking for there. Let's see. Age too, people criticize you if you pull out a study from 1975, try to find something in the past 5-10 years, hopefully. Let's see, Peter, if I'm interested, come on my Discord and tell me about, you want to talk about did the vegan camp out, Peter, did that already happen, the vegan camp out in the UK? Let's see. What's that third jam? You said Ryan handles Carnus even without online sources. It's easier when you have your online sources, because I could say something, the anti-vegan could say something, but unless there's some kind of way to settle the matter, it just kind of ends up being an unsatisfying debate. I like the slam dunks, slam dunks that show positive, absolute, here is what the best information says. Let's see, let me go to my Discord right now. Let's see, okay, I opened up the window to my Discord server, so if you want to try to come on to it, Peter, I tell you, the link's in the show description. If you want to come on, you want to talk about the one from last year? Yeah, let's do it for a couple minutes, just to like kind of see how this works out. It'd be cool to hear your voice. Maybe chat like 3, 4, 5 minutes, something like that. That could be cool. And you'll be helping me see if this works or not. So yeah, if you want to click on the link, Peter, hop on to Voice Channel General. Just hop on that, and then I'll get you into the live stream here. Don't worry, you won't be on it right away. I have to actually do some stuff, or else anyone can hop on. So give that a shot, Peter. That'd be cool to see if this will really work or not. Yeah, I know you guys sometimes talk like Vegan Gains and stuff. That's why I got this set up, to just copy what Vegan Gains does, So yeah, come on, and let's see if you want to chat, Peter. And let me know what your name is too in the chat here, Peter, so I'll know it's you and not some guy impersonating you or pretending or something like that. Let's see, the Discord link currently says invite invalid. Don't know if I need a code or if the link is dysfunctional. All right, let me make sure here is the link here. Let me put it in the show description. I'm going to put it in the live chat right now. And let me just go into yeah, I think that Discord link is old. Let me update that in the show description. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Yeah, I have a different link now. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let me save this. All right, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I saw the link had a different URL in it. All right, let me go check out Discord here. And let's see. I hear some sounds here. Is anyone... Okay, you want to use the microphone, Discord. Okay. All right. Did it work now? All right, cool. Okay, vegan is here. Yeah, hop into the if you can, Voice Channel General. I'm just going by what I tell you. Ask yourself. Isaac was really kind to sit through with me for like maybe an hour one day to helping me get this hooked up. So Peter, there's Peter. Okay, Peter, if you can, yeah, can you get yourself into there you are. All right, let's see. Peter, let me know if you're ready, if you have a mic ready, and I'll try to bring you on. You'll be my first person ever here on Discord. There you are. All right. Let's, Peter, let me know if you're ready. All right, let me see if this is working now. I think I dragged Peter into the live room.
Hello?
Hello, Peter. I hear you. Does anyone hear Peter? All right.
Hello?
I hear you. Do you hear me? Does anyone hear Peter? Okay. Hey guys, let us know what you're hearing.
Hello?
Hello, Peter. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, I see a lot of yeses in the comments. Is this working? This is like landing. Let us know what you're hearing. Hello, Peter. Can you? And also, Peter, if you can, turn your speaker down because it's going to create a bunch of weird feedback. Like, Peter, if you can, turn your headphones would be ideal.
Okay.
All right, I think we might have it. Holy man,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Peter?
This is confusing. I can't hear anything.
You're not. Darn.
I think we might have it. Hold on. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me, Peter?
Yeah, Peter is gonna.
Not through my phone. I gotta turn my TV off.
Yes.
Yeah, Peter.
Not through my phone. I gotta turn my.
Okay, I'm letting him know to turn down his speakers too. All right. Sorry for bearing with us, guys. I didn't know we were going to do this time. Yeah, Faux Turkey says, yeah, I'm going to say have headphones. But we'll see if this works out. If this doesn't work out, you know, it's just going to be, it's an experiment. Okay, as Peter's getting set up there, we'll see if you guys have any questions right now. And Peter, if you're ready to go, you know, just jump right in. Let's see. Kay wants to come on, and so does Jaden. Gee, this is going to be a party.
This isn't working. I can't. I'm trying to figure this out.
Let's see. Kay wants to come on. Jaden, this is going to be a party.
Let's see. I see on the Discord. I see let's see. I see Jamit and Jaden. I think Peter's having some tech issues, huh? Anyway, guys,
let's see, Jamit and Jaden.
Let's see. I think it means you have subscribed to the Discord.
Anyway,
Jamit.
I'm sorry,
let's see. I think it means you have subscribed to the Discord.
Let's see. Let's see. So if you have any questions.
Let's see. I think it means
so anyway, maybe I'll put Peter on hold here as he gets it figured out here. Let's see, can I... Let's see, so you have a question here, Jonathan. Did you know that intentionally killing innocent animals is more ethical than accidentally killing bugs? You're joking, right, Jonathan? That was the whole point of my video rebuttal from yesterday. If you want to try to argue that, Jonathan, here, let us know how killing, like stabbing, you know, intentionally killing innocent animals is more ethical than killing a bug. So tell me how if I went to go to my neighbor's house and stab their dog in the throat, that's more ethical than accidentally like stepping on an ant or something. Let me know. I'd love to see the argument for that.
Hello?
Hello, Peter. Can you hear me? All right, we'll try this one more time, Peter. If not, we're going to have to move on. Can you hear me, Peter?
Okay.
Hello?
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't think it's going to work here, Peter.
Couldn't make it work.
I could.
All right, guys. Anyway, I don't know if does someone else want to try to give it a shot here too. That's okay, Peter. You know, let me see. Yeah, the innocent part would give away. That's basically what that guy was arguing yesterday, right, Jonathan? That yeah, basically, you know, the point that you just tried to argue there. Yeah, obviously joking. Yeah, that's what he's basically saying. Going and stabbing an innocent animal like a dog in the throat is more ethical than stepping on a bug. Or at least he says the same thing. It's all right, Peter. We gave it a shot. Maybe the media is trying to hack me. And I just think technology is it's been causing a lot of strife lately for us. So anyway, Black Hits, that sounds amazing. Yeah, give extra credit to your students if they join a discussion to learn about veganism. Yeah, what do you think you'll talk to them about? That is a great idea. I love it. Go back to Discord here. How to voice chat with me? I'll give it one more try here. I already saw Jaden and Jamit. Does anyone else want to try? I put the link to our Discord server, which I just got set up a couple weeks ago by Ask Yourself. If anyone else wants to try to give this a shot, let me know. Especially Jaden and Jamit, who are already, I see them in the chat there at Atomic Vegan. Any of you guys want to give it a shot? If so, hop into the voice channel called General. Just try to hop in there, and if that works out, I'll try to get you into the live stream here. So we'll give one more shot here. But yeah, the link is down below in the. I see Jaden there. Okay, let me see if Jaden has a mic handy. Okay, Jaden, if you unmute your mic and make sure you have your speakers turned off. Ooh, did I lose you? Damn. Hey, Groovy Lisa, what is up? Yeah, if anyone wants to try to voice chat with me, I emphasize the word try because this will be our first test flight here. Yeah, the link to the Discord server is in the show description down below. And I'll paste it one more time. Now, let's see. Okay, let me try Jaden one more time here. All right, Jaden, let's see. Move to live.
Hello?
Hey, Jaden. Can you guys
Hello?
hear Jaden? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, Jaden.
Hi.
Can you guys
Hello?
hear Jaden? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, cool. And tune your speakers down, or else we're going to get a crazy echo.
There's a bit of a delay. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, cool. And tune your speakers down, or else we're going to get a crazy echo.
Okay.
Okay, this might be, I think I may have screwed up on something with Peter. We can try Peter again. I think I see something I did a little differently here. So, hey, again, this is our first time here, trying some new stuff out tonight, seeing, if we can get some voice discussions happening. So, hey, again, this is our first time here, trying some new stuff out tonight. Seeing,
Wow,
wonder where that echo's coming from.
Voice discussions happening.
Wow, sounds like I got some more testing to do. You don't have your
I
speakers
think there's
on.
like a double between the Discord and YouTube.
Huh. Yeah, there's...
There's like a double between the Discord and YouTube.
Crap. Okay. I don't think it's going to work out, guys. I think I have some more testing to do. So, yeah, maybe, I'll stay in touch with some of you guys. Let me mute this audio here. Yeah, what I need to do is, I'll stay friends with some of you guys here. Ooh, I see the echo going on. Alright, I'm gonna quit Discord right now. It's causing some trouble for me. Sorry, guys. I think I have some ideas how to troubleshoot this. Sorry, guys. I think I need, yeah, stay friends with me. Come to our Discord server and follow, subscribe, whatever it's called on Discord. And maybe one day I'll get in touch with some of you guys and see if you can help me troubleshoot this. I'll just need you to call. Like, we'll just have a conversation, but not live on air, so there won't be any pressure or anything like that. And so yeah, Peter, maybe you can help me out. You're West Coast. Maybe I'll give you maybe tomorrow night or something like that. I'll get in touch with you on Discord, and we'll see if we can try to sort this out without the echo. I guess I should have tried that with Isaac. Damn, it's getting so close. Getting so close. Oh well. One step at a time, right? So anyway, guys, but again, the link to our Discord server is down there. I'm new to it, OBS, but yeah, give it a follow us, subscribe to it, and yeah, we'll build a little community on there, and particularly to get people's audio, their voices live on the live streams. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, I want you to help me, Peter, if you don't mind. Tomorrow, maybe we can try to make it a little better. I'll send you a message there and see if you're free, and I'll give it a shot. So anyway, let's move on from Discord, guys. Yeah, I'm sure I'm doing something wrong on my end. I gotta just run audio through it, which I'm doing. I know I can get the audio into it, but yeah, I see how there's like that weird delay between what I'm saying in real time and what happens on Discord. So I gotta figure out how that gets sorted out. So anyway, it will happen. I'll figure it out. Thanks, Jaden, for trying it out. You know, thanks. Yeah, one of you guys are gonna help me out, get this figured out for prime time, off, you know, not live, off air. We'll get it figured out. Spanish rice tonight, Vegan Jerry. That sounds really good. Yeah, we're probably gonna have some kind of rice deal ourselves tonight. Yeah, I know what Audio Hijack is. I have software to route the Mac audio internally. I'm actually using that right now for something, not Audio Hijack, but something similar to that. How's the home gym going for me? Cooked dumplings. I'll show you how the home gym's going for me. I showed you guys earlier. I'll show it again if you just hopped on. Here's how the home gym's going for me. Here's our latest Instagram post. Me enjoying some sunshine, getting some vitamin D, and yeah, showing the results of what it's like to train every day since basically late October. And again, remember, I'm not trying to become a bodybuilder or a strongman or something like that. I'm working on my basketball athleticism. But yeah, this is part of what's happening. Since I have a home gym, I'm not limited to just going to the gym twice a week like I was in the past. So now I can work out, every day. So I don't have to just do lower body workouts like I was doing before. I can have on the lower body rest days, I can do upper body stuff. So yeah, it's working out great. This is something I couldn't have, I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have gone to the gym 6-7 days a week. That's just a lot of time. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, make sure to tell all the anti-vegans who say it's impossible for vegans to gain muscle. That's the most upper body muscle I've ever had in my entire life by far, so they're just completely full of it. And I'm not the kind of person too that easily puts on a lot of muscle and bulk up top here, because I'm a tall, long dude. I'm almost 6'5", long arms and everything. So the genetics just aren't. I don't have the kind of genetics to get all big and stocky easily. It takes a lot of work, So anyway. No HRT needed. What's that, Black Hist? Yeah, but having a home gym is awesome. One of the coolest things about a home gym I didn't realize before until recently is that at any time in the gym, spontaneously, if I want to, I can break out into dance, because I'm playing with my Bluetooth speaker on, and sometimes a song will just inspire me. I'll get up off the bench and start dancing, or I'll dance in between reps, or I'll just say, screw what I'm doing, I'm going to dance for 10 minutes, and you try doing that at the gym, people will think you're completely nuts, right? Or just be too self-conscious to do that. So it's just cool to be able to break out into dance. And I try to incorporate the dance into part of the workout too. I'll do things with my lower body, like moving legs side to side, like in basketball, stuff like that. But it's just cool to loosen up the hips and move and have fun, and just dance randomly. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just working out every day. The gains are slow and steady. This didn't happen overnight. That took like 4 months or so. What I just showed you guys there, 4 months of working out basically every day. Again, I'm not training to look like a bodybuilder. That's not my goal. I'm not training to like enter a weightlifting competition. That's not my goal or anything like that. My goal is to get in a kind of basketball shape that I've never had before. I want to, like, even though I'm older than I've ever been before, I want to like get a certain, I want to get stronger upper body, stronger lower body, and just try to get as athletically fit I can for basketball right now. Yeah, dancing is a great workout. It keeps your heart rate up. It's moving all the lower body limbs, and even the upper body. You can swing your arms in the air. You just get the whole body engaged, loosen the hips up. Dancing is a great workout in many ways. Security video footage. Yeah, I don't have any security cams in the garage there, Jaden. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you there. Yeah, just only time a cam is on if I intentionally turn it on, and when I'm breaking out into random dancing, I don't have time to get the camera on. The camera's actually my phone, which is playing the music, so the phone's doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, Metalhead just had a stomach flu. Wow, I'm glad you're feeling better there, Metalhead. Awesome. I mean, awesome that you're feeling better there. John wants to know, what are some foods to help lower blood pressure? You've been eating a ton of bananas, spinach, bananas and spinach and flaxseed, but nothing is working. Okay, I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that, so I don't want to give medical advice in an improper manner. I don't want to prescribe any kind of thing. I'm not really sure what foods in particular are known for like lowering blood pressure. From what I have read and shown many times on this channel, eating a whole food plant-based diet seems to help with that. I mean, it seems like if I remember right, there's a correlation between those who eat a whole food plant-based diet having healthy blood pressure levels compared to those who don't, and their blood pressure levels tend to be higher. So I'm not sure. Do you guys have any advice here for you? Can foods do it alone? I would suggest seeing if Dr. Greger has any videos on blood pressure, and you might want to actually just see a doctor about that too. You might need some medication just to help you get started. But yeah, it sounds like you're doing it right from those foods you're eating. Hopefully you're eating like whole food plants on top of those good whole food plants you mentioned. Those aren't just the only ones you're eating. But that's what I would suggest. Stick with the whole food plant-based diet and ask your doctor about that. Okay, AJ Vintage, you're a vegan and you have high blood pressure. So yeah, I said, yeah, see, it's not like a slam dunk. There's a correlation. That's what I like to emphasize to people. Very few things in life are a slam dunk, especially when it comes to like health and science. Yes, just vegan diets are correlated with certain things. Doesn't mean it's a given that a certain thing will happen, such as your blood pressure will go down or you won't get, diabetes or a stroke or anything like that. Just your probabilities change. But that's what probability means. It means it's, somewhere between 0 and 1, like can't happen or will happen for sure. It'll be somewhere in between. Walking, just exercise can, I recommend exercise. Yeah, I'm suggesting Angie get out there and exercise. Because, she's not working out every day in the gym like I am. But, yeah, I kind of bought that more for me. She doesn't get too excited, like, lifting plates and stuff like that. Weightlifting plates, not like plates in the kitchen. Try out oats, too. Yeah, walking, oats, those are some good tips there, guys. Thanks for the great advice there. High salt is also, connected to blood pressure also. So, see if you're eating, a lot of dietary salt. I mean, if you are, I'm not saying you are or not, but, if you are, you might want to consider just not putting salt on your foods. We don't. I can't even think of any foods that we salt here. I did use some salt the other day. I cut my tongue chewing, actually. Nice little rip there. I was bleeding for like 10 minutes. Anyway, I rinsed it out with some salt water. But my point was to, you'll get salt when you eat food at restaurants, when you leave the house. But within the house, go salt-free. See what that does. Yeah, it's part of what I was talking about, the whole food plant-based diet, trying to keep it as clean as possible if you're trying to avoid certain medical situations. But again, I don't give this as a medical doctor. I'm just talking about how we eat here. And my blood pressure has been really really good when I've got my blood pressure read when I go get my blood test. I think it's like 110/70. I usually show the screenshot. Usually when I go to the doctor and they take my blood pressure, I'll just take a photo on my phone and paste it when I show my blood test. John, you think you're just genetically screwed? You could be, because, you know, I have a higher genetic propensity, is that the correct word, to have like higher cholesterol and LDL cholesterol. Even though I was eating like, you know, like a raw, clean, no processed foods at all, I couldn't get my total cholesterol below 150, like say T. Colin Campbell says we should all try. There's nothing more I could have done. It was still like 165, you know, so yeah, we all have different, you know, genetics. Eat banana, spinach smoothie for breakfast, potatoes and vegetables for lunch, beans for dinner, turmeric. All right, yeah. Yeah, you just might have a genetic thing there, John. You know, yeah, no one is like perfect, really. I mean, we all have, you know, genetic variances that make us have higher readings for some markers than others. Let's see. Simon, music question. Thanks for all your content. How many guitars do I have, and what is my favorite musical genre? It depends on what time of the day as far as musical genres. When I'm working out in the gym, I like electronica music, you know, like, you know, all sorts of stuff. It could be some trap, it could be some like progressive house, progressive trance, some down tempo, some like jazzy electronica, just like something like that when I'm working. A lot of music like drum and bass, atmospheric drum and bass, deep house, you know, just a lot of stuff from like the 90s and 2000s, I guess, early 2000s when I'm working out. But like at night when I'm chilling out, yeah, I listen to other stuff. I like say like more I don't know, it depends what kind of mood I'm in. You know, sometimes I want to hear some stuff with guitars, so I'll want to hear like say like some Pink Floyd or something like that. I'm wearing my Pink Floyd shirt tonight, or you know, it could be you know, John Mayer or something like that. Or if I want to hear something like more like the kind of music I really make, you know, something more like maybe some Cocteau Twins or something like that, or Slow Dive. Or I try to fuse those. I try to bridge like the Cocteau Twins, Slow Dive with Pink Floyd, stuff like that. You know, I've been listening to a lot of K-pop with Angie lately, and I've discovered a lot of great artists and producers in that genre too. So I just don't really like genres. I just like good music. You know, I like jazz too. You know, so anyway, yeah. All right, another Pink Floyd fan out there, Kevin. You want to know it's possible to be plant-based and vegan? Oh, it depends how you define plant-based. You know, I mean, like I would say plant-based. I mean, if you're vegan, you're plant-based. But if you're plant-based, it doesn't mean you're vegan. See what I mean? Because you could be plant-based but not have only plants. But if you're vegan, yeah, you're, by definition, you're plant-based and exclusively plant-based. So it kind of works one way but not the other, if you followed my like logic diagram there, the if-then. Just one. That sounds like a technical question there. Anyone have the answer to that? Yeah, I would, again, not a medical doctor, not a nutritionist. So if I give advice of that sort, I don't give it as advice. I give it as information that I've learned in, like, you know, researching information for videos that I make for you guys. And I don't understand personally right off the top of my head the connection between phytates and zinc absorption. That sounds like a good biochemistry question, a medical issue. Again, I would suggest maybe looking at something like from Dr. Greger, see what he has. If he comes online for a live stream, ask him too. But yeah, check out his website. And if any of you guys have a answer to throw at him, who is it, just one? Let him know down in the answers down there. Not the answers, the chat, the live stream chat. Yeah, I like Michael Jackson too, but yeah, K-pop isn't Michael Jackson. K-pop, why? Because yeah, I mean, a lot of artists are influenced by Michael Jackson. Yeah, sometimes when I'm on my workouts, like yeah, I have it on like this random like if anyone has Apple Music, you can set up like your own, like you can set up your own station. It just kind of plays you stuff that you don't necessarily own, but it might be like stuff that you own or have bought or streamed in the past. Anyway, yeah, Justin Timberlake comes on quite often, and yeah, I'll hear Michael Jackson and his songs. But yeah, most K-pop doesn't really sound like Michael Jackson, to be honest with you. But yeah, there is a connection there of sorts. Yeah, teleconference with Dr. Clapper. That sounds like the way to go there. Let's see, Michael, what's this about an ice cream place where you live now has vegan ice cream that contains real dairy but not lactose? Essentially lab-grown ice cream. Oh, I've heard about this. I need to learn more about that. I saw a couple people post about that this week, how there's some kind of yeah, I don't understand it exactly. I'm not sure what it is. Would it be vegan and not plant-based? I'd have to see how it was produced because I don't understand what it is exactly. So good question. I just telling you, I don't know. Vegan Jerry, Love Spirals, all your favorite. Hey, that's our band. Thanks. Love Spirals. Check us out on Spotify and Prime Music and Apple Music and all of that. You can find it pretty much all our songs on YouTube too if you look around. Jamie, how do you start being vegan? Cold turkey, no pun intended. Hey, it happens differently for everyone. I mean, for me, it was a long journey. I went fully vegan in 2010, but in the 1990s, I tried going vegetarian for a while. It didn't work out for too long because I was living at home. I wasn't cooking my own food. My mom was. But anyway, when I met Angie in 1998, 99, we started living together and she cooked all our food and she's a vegetarian. So it pretty much made me a vegetarian. But I would still have like, some animal products when I'd go out like to fast food on my own or stuff like that. But finally in 2010, I said, screw it. If I have the opportunity now, I thought it was so easy then to be vegan. It's gotten even easier. So I said, screw it. One day I kind of went cold turkey, but it took many years to get to that point where I went cold turkey. So it happens differently for everyone. Do I listen to black metal? No, I'm not a huge fan of black metal. I mean, it's not like I dislike it. I mean, yeah, I heard stuff I like. God, let me think some of the bands. I don't know how I'd find them. I've listened to a few in the past few years. But yeah, if I listen to metal, it'll be like some older metal, like Ozzy's Blizzard of Oz or something like that, What do I think about that vegan teacher? Is she harming or helping? Yeah, the only things I don't ever watch her content, but I do read like mainstream media, whatever, like talking about her, how she read the N-word out loud or something on a live stream or on a YouTube video, and I don't understand how that helps the vegan movement to do that, So I haven't seen it. It's hard to make, maybe it's not right for me to make a judgment based on what I read, but everyone tells me, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I'm not cool with that, I don't know how that would help someone. Hey, I'm going to go vegan now because I saw her read that aloud, She's trying to tell people to go ahead and use it? No, if that's what she's saying, and I'll trust Peter here. No, I'm completely against that. I mean, you can use any harmful, hateful, racial slur, call me Chinese thing. I mean, no, that's completely wrong. And how does that help freaking veganism? It doesn't, I mean, how does someone say, oh, I'm going to go, so if I go vegan, I can start using all these horrible words against people of color? I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding that. I say I haven't watched your videos. I just know from what you guys tell me and what I read, and I'll be going through my news. I'll see, oh, they're talking about the vegan teacher. I can't believe it. And I'll why are they talking about her for? And I'll read the article. Oh, wow, that's pretty crazy. Sunny Boots, fair enough. I started watching her to see for myself what is she about. So am I getting it right? Tell me, Sunny Boots. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going by the little bit I know from the media and what you guys say. Is my understanding of her, what I just said there, is it wrong, or do I kind of have it right? She'll say these, tell people to read out the N-word aloud, and you said she's telling people to say it. Again, how does it help veganism? I don't see how someone's, I'm gonna stop eating meat now because of that. Okay, you haven't heard anything too bad yet? Okay, I'll believe you there. Like I said, I don't know. Let's see, Peter. She's trying to say that the N-word is just a word. We can use it now. It's all about free speech. She said trying to get rid of the N-word is reducing our free speech. So with the flip side of that is we should be all saying that because it's a perfectly acceptable word to use. I mean, and what does that have to do with veganism? Is she trying to be like some kind of I don't know what it is, kind of a philosopher of sorts, a political philosopher, or is she trying to? I don't see how that helps people not eat animals. I don't understand. So again, censorship. Yeah, we shouldn't all be saying things like the N-word and calling people of my Chinese background racial slurs. We shouldn't do that. Those things shouldn't be said. So she thinks it's totally fine to walk up to me and insult me for being Chinese or something. If that's her position, yeah, I'm not an ally. Am I a lefty? What are you saying there, dairy-free Milky Way? Am I a lefty? I'm a person that engages in rational thought. Read Plato's Republic, by the philosopher Plato. He describes a philosopher king, and I'm not trying to put myself up as that, but he's trying to describe someone who's a leader and bases his or her decisions solely upon rational thinking, not partisan thinking, not left or right. The thing is, a philosopher king doesn't need a party platform or ideology to tell him or her how to think. You arrive at conclusions rationally, and that's what I'm all about, clear, rational thinking. Hey, Vegan Gains, how's it going? Hey, I just saw your vid, where you debated the theist about how there can be no such thing as morality. I know you have a different opinion on that. That's just my opinion, your opinion. I don't want to turn this into a political channel or a political debate. I know you're more comfortable with that word than I am, and that's cool with you. But I've always had a policy that I don't condone speech that I perceive to be hateful towards people of anything, of different colors, different religions, different ethnicities, different ablenesses, if you want to call it that, or different genders. I just don't tolerate speech that tries to diminish their humanity. So that's my position on that. If you have a different position on that, Rich, that's totally cool. I respect it, but that's not how I see things. You always love to. Every time I say something disagree with you, how come you always want to debate me, Rich? I'll consider it, Richard. I'll consider it. I'll consider the offer there. It's because here's the thing. I'm trying to present this as a vegan channel. I don't want to get sidetracked into political cultural issues. I want to keep all my discussions here focused on veganism. That's why. And this is just kind of going off topic. If you believe in hateful speech, Richard, if you think it's totally cool to go up to black people and call them the N-word and come up to people like me and say, hey, you have kung flu, coronavirus, Chinese man. If you think that's totally fine, that's your point of view. I happen to disagree with it. Okay? That's my my honest belief on that. If you think that's totally cool, I don't know how I'm going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. There's nothing you can say to me, Richard. Nothing that anyone could say to me. Hey, it's totally cool to walk up to black people, call them the N-word, go up to Chinese people and call them, kung flu. There's nothing you can say that will convince me. Oh, okay, that's your premise there, Richard. Tell me. How do beliefs on free speech relate to vegan activism? I didn't know there was such a strong connection. I'm not mocking you too. Just kind of explain your that a little bit more. Yeah, I'd rather focus on vegan activism. Even though I have my political beliefs, and we're all entitled to them, I want to keep this channel's discussions focused on veganism and debunking anti-vegan nonsense, and not getting sidetracked into non-vegan centric debates and discussions. But I'm saying, I've talked to this topic on many people. I just telling you, I've heard no argument that's going to convince me that it's cool to utter racial epithets at people. There's no justification for that, unless you want to be like contrarian or something like that. Good question about Discord. I have Discord, and we just tried about half an hour ago to get some of you guys on, and we're getting all sorts of echoing problems. So I'm going to have to troubleshoot that soon. So maybe tomorrow, one of our followers here, like Peter, might help me out to troubleshoot it offline and see where we're at. Like I said, Richard, I can't. I had to shut down Discord. There was like this weird delay. Even when people said they had their headphones on, I'm not sure what's going on. There was like a lag between what I'm saying and like, you know, it was a mess. It was a big echo mess. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out what's going on. So yeah, we tried with 2 people here tonight, and it just didn't work out. Hey, Peter. Yeah, maybe so, but like I said, it's not going to happen tonight. As you saw, Peter was the one that came on, and we tried to get Discord working, and it just turned into an echo mess. So, yeah, maybe you can help me out tomorrow, Peter, if you're free. We'll try it out offline. Not offline, but not on a live stream like this, and we'll see if we can nail out this echo thing. Let's see. I didn't see... Okay, no, that's cool. Okay, is that really that vegan teacher? Is that really that vegan teacher there? Let us know. Let's see, what's Richard saying here? I'll hear your proposition out, Richard. Let's see, because I was curious. That kind of perked my curiosity. He said free speech relates to vegan activism. You say vegan activism often offends marginalized groups. Huh? I've made like 1,000 videos. I don't perceive what I'm saying as offending marginalized groups. If you have something to add to that, maybe something I'm not seeing. If you're going to claim we should never use words like the N-word because it's offensive, hateful, that would prevent you from doing vegan activism. That's your debate proposition? Interesting. Maybe just to give me an idea what you're talking about, and maybe don't speak in the general, but more into the particulars of what I'm doing. How am I offending? How is my vegan activism, the kind that I do, offending anyone besides offending people who just want to get offended? But you know, I mean, a true, like, how am I, truly offending someone? Would you say marginalized? I'm curious. You got me curious now, Richard. If you can just give me like an example of what you're talking about there. How would I do? Not some other guy or some other person does online, but how the way I do vegan activism. How is that offensive in a similar way that, like, the N-word is offensive? I'm curious. I'm totally curious. Oh, Tracy, I didn't know Tracy the moderator's on. Thank you, Tracy, for helping out here. But yeah, you perked my curiosity, Richard. It could be the fact. Let's see. I could give an example. A lot of Jewish people are offended by calling animal agriculture a Holocaust. A lot of Native people see veganism itself as an attack against their culture. Well, I don't subscribe to using the Holocaust in describing vegan. So maybe that's not an issue for me. But look at the second one you said there. Native people see veganism itself as an attack against their culture. Really? I mean, it's not just Native people. I mean, I've heard that argument before too, Richard. I'm not bagging on you, but you've heard that argument too. When people say, I can't go vegan, I could never possibly be vegan because of my culture or my heritage. Well, I mean, all people's cultures involve meat eating, so I don't see how that would be offensive to Native Americans anymore. It'd be offensive to people from anywhere, any part of the planet, basically. People are eating meat, so I think it's if they're offended by people not eating meat, that's on them. There's nothing inherently offensive by saying, oh, I don't eat meat. I don't want to participate in the harming and killing of animals. If they twist that around to mean, oh, you're attacking my culture, it's like, that's on you. You misunderstood what I said. I was describing what I'm doing. I'm not saying that your culture is bad or misguided or anything like that. So, curious what you would say about that. A lot of comments going really quickly here. My bad. Being offended is a subjective experience. Veganism can offend someone just like the N-word can offend someone. No, they're different, Richard. Maybe we should have a debate because the intention is different. If someone goes up to a person of color, black person, and says the N-word to them in a hateful way, that is like pretty much objectively hateful, especially when it's clear the intent's there. But if I tell someone, hey, I'm vegan, I don't want to participate in the suffering and killing of animals, I'm just stating my position. There's no hate towards other people, non-vegan people. I don't see it as being like, a analogous situation there. One has intentional hate towards others, and one is just say, hey, I don't want to participate in the suffering of animals. And if someone interprets that as an attack, that was not the intent. And I think that just says something about someone just getting triggered by something that's not triggering. I see, what did Peter say? Okay, Peter raises a good point here. Peter says the native guy came up to us when and you're in Canada, an anti-fur protest, and he was very offended. He said it was an attack on his culture. Huh. I'll ponder that. I'm going to process what you guys are saying there. I'll ponder that. Let me show your comment there, Richard. What are you saying? You can do a live stream. Anyone who wants to argue about this can hop on my debate Discord and clear right if you so choose. Hey, Richard, do you have a link to your Discord? That would be handy. I thought I looked for your Discord server on there and maybe it had a different name than Vegan Gains. Is it titled something else? But anyway, if you could let us know down there, I will subscribe to your Discord server. I probably won't be able to hop on tonight because I promised Angie I'd join back with her about half hour or so maximum. But yeah, it'd be cool to talk about this some more. You could tell me, maybe not have maybe we don't have to have a debate about this, but you could share with me more about this idea of how veganism is offensive, because that's really a new perspective for me, and I don't say that too often. You consider I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm a pretty critical thinker. So you can give me some new stuff to mentally chew on here. That would be cool, because honestly, I don't see how it's offensive. If I'm just saying, hey, I don't eat animals, I personally find it to be wrong, unnecessary to kill animals when you could choose a lifestyle where no sentient beings need to be harmed. Every day I make a choice that animals don't need to die in order for me to live. And if someone looks at that and gets personally offended, that's on them. I think they're just triggered because maybe they know that there's something wrong about the actions that they're doing. Like, well, look at this guy, he's not killing animals. I think something like that's going on. But, I think it's on them. I didn't say anything offensive. I'm just speaking about what I do, my personal beliefs. If that triggers someone, that's on them. Because, there's nothing offensive saying. It's like saying, let me think if I can find a moral equivalence. It's like saying I don't murder humans. Someone's going to get triggered by that. Someone's going to say, I murder humans and I'm not a bad person. You know what I'm saying? That's on them. I'm not saying anything hateful when I say I don't murder humans. That's just my moral position, that it's wrong to murder humans. That's how I see it. How is it offensive to say I don't participate in murdering animals? Same thing. I don't see any difference. If someone gets triggered by it, it's on them. It's something in here, inside of them, that triggers them. There's nothing offensive saying, I don't eat dead animals. I don't eat any animals, for that matter. I eat plants because I'm against killing animals needlessly. So what you guys have been saying here as I've been going off. So is that really the vegan teacher here, guys? Let me know. Are you really that vegan teacher or not? Or is someone trolling to be that vegan teacher? Just let me know what you say that vegan teacher and what our audience here believes this to be. Just kind of curious. Oh, okay, that vegan teacher, it is you. I was kind of guessing that would be the answer from you, but how about the other folks here? Jaden thinks it's her. Throw her a link to come up and say hi. I would, like I told Richard. We tried at the beginning of this live stream to try to get our first people in via Discord to hear your guys' voices, to talk with me. And as we saw, it was kind of a fail. It was like a big echo chamber. And I need to troubleshoot that sometime when we're not doing a live stream to figure out what the technical issue is. So yeah, if you come to another live stream after tonight, hopefully Peter or someone will help me out tomorrow offline and troubleshoot the audio problem we're having. Okay, it's her. So cool. If you want to ask me a question, vegan teacher, I'm here. I think Richard's gone to live stream now. I think I inspired him somehow to live stream. Hey, COVID-19, thanks for the super chat tip there. Yes, I will keep it carb, man. Yeah, that's, you know what we do. We eat whole food plants, which are typically high in carbohydrate. So thanks so much there for the super chat tip there. Well, yeah, vegan teacher, most people here in the live stream agree with that. We don't kill the animals, you know. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir here. Anything else you want to like bring up or discuss? But yeah, you don't have to tell us that, you know. we're vegans here for the most part. Yeah, a couple non-vegans do watch, some vegetarians and some omnivores that just are interested. But for the most part, I think about 95% of us watching right now are vegan. King test tube, I don't understand what you're trying to ask there. Grimes says this can't be the real one. Yeah, that's kind of my guess too. I don't know. I really, can't say for sure. Yeah, that's a good point, Peter, huh? Has anyone been told they're preaching vegan propaganda because the person you're preaching to says they need to eat animals for their health? I mean, that's just complete, yeah, if someone is, that's the thing. You can be talking about how you're vegan. If someone is offended by that, assuming that they need to eat animals for their health, again, that's on them. There's nothing offensive saying I'm vegan. And it's actually just factually wrong for the offended person to say I need to eat animals for your health, because unless you have some weird medical condition that I've never heard of yet in my 10 years of being vegan and doing lots of research and reading, lots of, science over this time, I've never seen a medical condition that necessitates that a person must eat meat for their health. And to the contrary, I've seen, there's a mountain of evidence, a preponderance of science showing that eating meat is completely unnecessary. You can be completely healthy. A appropriately planned vegan diet has all the nutritional adequacy needed to maintain health for people in all stages of life. You know, so if someone's offended by you saying that you're vegan, but they think they need to be vegan for their health, unless they can tell me some weird rare medical condition that they have that I've never heard of, they're just simply wrong. And I wish Richard didn't leave us so quickly here, and I wish I could have talked to him a little bit about this on Discord, but, you know, technical issues. But anyway, that's not offensive. That's just someone being triggered by something that's not inherently triggering. Your friend was preaching a keto diet and he's saying he feels great now. Great. I eat a vegan diet and I feel great now. So what? What does that prove? I feel great now. Is that like science or something? I feel great now. I never say, oh, I feel great on a vegan diet, and that's scientific proof that it's better than other diets. That's just kind of nonsense. He's not live yet, Castmail. Yeah, it does typically take a little while to go live. You need to make a thumbnail, get your video your stream ready to go. To me, it takes at least like 10, sometimes 15, sometimes 30 minutes to get ready for a live stream, from like being at square one, whatever they call it. But I agree with you, Vegan Jerry. There's really no reason for anyone to use the N-word, unless, you're a black person and you're doing it for, in a non-hateful way. I mean, you hear it all the time in hip hop. When I play basketball, hear it all the time from other black people. Hell, sometimes I get called the N-word too. I mean, I know they're not saying it in a mean way or anything like that, especially for me because I'm, 3/4 Chinese. In the context of like friendly basketball play, it just kind of, in that context, it takes on a different role. Then there's no hatred involved in it. It almost kind of means just like friend or brother or something like that. The word's been taken back and given a more positive meaning. But when that's a very specific context. I agree. Yeah, us non-African Americans should be saying that word. It's especially with what it's historical context, it's historical usage. Is that true, that vegan teacher, what Kay is saying down below, how you pronounce the N-word? I'm curious. I haven't watched the video in question. Did you say it as a white person, say the N-word with a hard ER? Yes or no? I'm curious. Just let us know. I don't know. I like to see what your answer is to that. Did you pronounce it in that way? Because when I play basketball with African Americans and I get called that, I don't call them that back. No way in hell. No, it's not even an option I even consider. I'm just saying, it's their word to use. It's not mine. All right, cast me out. I just want to know. I'm just kind of curious. They are just words. Why do you people get all upset over them? Well, because some words are hateful in their intent. That's why. If you call some guy a guy, hey guy, how you doing? But if you call him a stupid effing a-hole, that has different intent. Could be fighting words. And then if you add racial epithets on top of that, you add even more hate. So words are not just words. Words provoke emotion. So words can provoke beautiful emotion. Words can provoke fighting and hateful emotion. So words are not just words. Please just don't say a word is a word. If so, you don't know what you're talking about. No, you're not a wise person. If you think calling a person a guy is no different from calling him an effing a-hole, you're just wrong. We can't have a discussion any further about that, AM. Do you really think that, AM? Do you really think it's absolutely the same to call some guy, call him a dude, call him an effing a-hole, or call him an N-word, or the Kung Flu? Do you think that's all perfectly acceptable and equivalent? Yes or no? Let me know. Yes or no, AM? Yep, Tracy. Yeah, who was asking about veganism? Yeah, it's not that hard. Just eat plants. You're already eating plants, I assume, right? Just pile up more plants. Hey Tracy, what should I do with A&M here? He's denying that there's any concept of race and saying it's perfectly fine to call, it's morally the same to call a person a guy, an effing a-hole, or an n-word, or the kung flu. That's what you're saying. That's all the same. So you would walk up to me on the street and call me the kung flu. You'd walk up to Barack Obama and call him the n-word. And that's totally cool. That's totally nice and cool. That's what you're arguing here. Oh, so we should ignore it. So people of color, when people of color are yelling mean racial Chinese things at me, you're saying I should be wise and ignore it. I should be totally cool with it. That's what you're saying. So they have the right to yell mean, hateful Chinese epithets at me, and I should just ignore it. That's what you're saying. That's what you're suggesting. In this world, yeah, mean racist white people can yell hateful anti-Chinese comments, and my job in life is to accept it, right? Should I sit on the back of the bus too? Is that what you're saying? I'm just some minority guy that should just be quiet. I hear this all the time about vegans. A lot of people say, I don't mind vegans. I think they're cool, but they should just shut up. You know, I've heard that all the time. Like, you know, we're not fully human. We have to be quiet. All right, Am. Yeah, please leave. Please leave. AM's gone. Anyone who thinks it's totally fine to call a male a guy, effing a-hole, n-word, or kung flu, if all those are totally cool and acceptable, gone. So that's the argument there. If animals have to go through pain, why shouldn't humans have to feel pain? So that's your argument. So because we're being cruel to animals, we're raising 80 billion animals a year for slaughter, for food, needlessly, that we should also treat humans with lack of compassion and be mean to fellow human beings. Is that the argument? That's what you're saying there? Since humans are being cruel to animals, humans should also be cruel to other humans. How is that going to help anything? That's not going to help anything. If you want change to happen, have you heard this? It's kind of cliche, but be an example of the change that you want to be. So if you're just going to still be cruel to humans, how's that going to be a positive change for cruelty to animals? If you want to be the change, show no cruelty to animals. Don't show cruelty to humans. You should just be cruelty free. Have you seen those vegan shirts, cruelty free? It's just not talking about animals. It's talking about humans. It's talking about all life, all sentient beings. Be compassionate and cruelty free to all. That's why I'm Buddhist. The animals deserve the same as we do. Yeah, they deserve kindness too. And I am kind to animals and I'm kind to humans. I don't think that argument is completely flawed, because if you want to be kind to humans, kind to animals, but mean to humans, that makes zero sense. If you have to be consistent in your reasoning, or else people are going to be confused and not take that message seriously. If you're going to be cruel to everyone. You should be cruel. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you should be, but that's what the logic is there. Well, what do you say, Peter? In Vancouver, Canada, someone yelled the kung flu at a Chinese man and beat him up. So wrong. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this has been happening in California too, unfortunately. Jeremy Lin, you hear about that? You know, the former NBA player, he's playing in the G League, and during a game, a professional basketball game, someone on the opposing team called him coronavirus. So this is, and you think that made Jeremy Lin feel good, being doing his job, going to work, and having a person of white ethnicity calling him coronavirus? You think that made him feel good? And this is our people here arguing, yeah, we should do that. We should be mean to other human beings because some humans are mean to animals. So therefore, even vegans should be mean to humans? That makes zero sense. That makes no sense. If that is a vegan teacher, whoever's saying that, that makes no sense. That makes zero sense. The humans should feel their pain. No, if you want to be compassionate to sentient beings, you should be compassionate to sentient beings. It doesn't matter if they're humans or they're animals. I live a life of complete compassion for all sentient beings. It's not like, it's like I want to be mean to humans now that I'm vegan. I was peaceful towards humans before going vegan, and I want to be just as peaceful, if not more peaceful now too, to be a shining example of what veganism is. It's a life of compassion, cruelty-free to all sentient beings, not just animals, not just humans, all sentient beings. Why is that so hard to grasp? I don't understand why we should be mean to humans because, oh, humans got to feel life is painful. That's one of the basic truths of Buddhism. All life is suffering. So it's not like you have to cause any extra pain or suffering onto humans. There's already pain and suffering that we're all experiencing, and to add more to it intentionally is ridiculous, absolutely unnecessary. I mean, that's not going to make people go vegan. Like, oh, that person was mean to me, I'm going to go vegan now, said absolutely no one ever in the history of humanity. It makes me wonder if that's even really the vegan teacher, because that's a horrible argument. I'm going to be mean to people so that they'll go vegan. I want people, and that was her words, humans need to feel pain because animals feel pain. I'm going to make humans feel pain so they'll go vegan. It doesn't work that way. I mean, maybe I'll take that back. Maybe a couple odd people, but it's the vast majority of people are not going to be receptive to that. Oh, that person was mean to me, I'm going to go vegan. It just doesn't work that way. Yeah, thanks, Tracy. Yeah, if you want to banhammer people, Tracy, I give you 100% kudos to do so. Is kudos the right word? Blessings to do so. I know we're all in disagreement if it really is her or not. But anyway, it sounds like the person is putting out her points of view, her position. So assuming that they're accurate in reflecting the real vegan teacher's actual points of view, I think I understand them more. And if that's it, I disagree. I completely 100, I'm on the record here. If Vegan Gains is watching, if she's watching, 100% disagree with the concept of, if you want people to go vegan, you need to be mean to them because people are cruel to animals. So we need to be cruel to people so they can feel cruelty unto them so that they'll go vegan. That makes absolutely zero sense to me. No, Travis, we will not put you in timeout, Travis. You're a good boy. Okay, Catsmeow, I'm not saying that's her or not, but if that's the position, I disagree with that. Wow, so much content going by. Yeah, thinking back on Richard, I really wish I could chat with him. I think he said he was going on Discord, but I told you I need to hook up with Angie. We got to get our dinner started soon. We're trying to not have super late dinners anymore. Just like, you know, it seems like our digestion is weird if we have our dinners like after like 10 o'clock or something like that. So we want to get our dinner in like around 9-ish or something like that. So I'm going to go pretty soon. This has been a really weird, interesting live stream. Let's see. Okay, David, thanks for doing some fact checking. Definitely not her. Subscribe to her channel to see if it was currently actively online. And it's not. I didn't know you could tell if someone was online or not by following them. Huh, that's news to me. Peter, yeah, I tell you, I wish I could chat with Richard more. He brought us some interesting issues, so I'd like to discuss that with him. I think I'll take him up on it if someone wants to tell Richard. I'm not necessarily to have a debate, but I'd like to hear his position more, which Richard said earlier. I'm going to paraphrase him. I don't think I'm getting it wrong. I think Richard was saying just by the fact of you being vegan, me being vegan, will offend someone, and I don't think that's the same kind of offensive of going out and calling someone an F and a-hole or a dumb F or something like that. Those are intended to be mean and hateful and lowering of the other person. But if you just say I'm vegan, it doesn't say anything. When I say I'm vegan, I'm not saying that you are a piece of crap or something like that, or your culture sucks. That's what they twisted it to be. So I think they're not. I'd like to talk to Richard more about that, and I wish I had time tonight. So yeah, if anyone talks to Richard, let him know. Richard is watching my stream. Oh, okay, cool. If Richard's watching my stream, I would like to discuss that more because, yeah, again, I'm not necessarily interested in a debate on this matter, but I would like to hear that position a bit more clarified because on the face of it, I don't see the equivalence, but me declaring my veganism and that being an inherently offensive comment. Like, people get triggered all the time. I could say I like, Pink Floyd, and some Led Zeppelin fan will hate me or something like that. Just admit you hate Led Zeppelin and move on. Like, hey, I didn't mean to trigger you. That's on you. I didn't even know you liked them, So it's the same kind of thing. Declaring your veganism, stating that you're vegan, doesn't mean that you're declaring other people to be bad people or their culture to be bad or something like that. So if Richard's watching, I would love to discuss this more. Unfortunately, I can't tonight, but tomorrow I have as far as I know, a pretty open day tomorrow. So maybe we can work that out. I'm totally down. Oh, cool. I wonder if we're on Richard's Live. Let us know if someone's watching Richard's Live. Hey, I could just take a look right now. I think I might have a tab open from Richard earlier. Let me mute the audio so we don't get some weird echo thing here. 1 second. I'm just going to go to his channel and see what he's doing live right now. This could be really weird if he's on right now. This would be crazy. Let's see. I got an ad, of course. A really loud one too. Jeez. Okay. No, he's talking about someone else right now. It's definitely not me. Okay. Just thought I'd check. But yeah, let him know I'm down. I'm cool. Man, this has been an interesting live stream. Totally. Yeah, angry vegan. I agree with you. Just telling someone you're vegan shouldn't offend them. You said probably wouldn't, but it shouldn't offend them, but it might make them feel guilty. Exactly. It might have. Here's the thing. I think here's what's going on, and I firmly believe this for a long time. I think why a lot of people get triggered when they hear that you're vegan, it's because this goes back to like, it challenges people's worldview. It really does. It challenges their worldview. Like, say, in the same way, like, say, religious questions might challenge someone's worldview. Veganism challenges a person's worldview. They've been eating meat their entire lives. They've been taught their entire lives, you have to eat meat. It's good for you. It's just normal to do that. So I think that it just produces a feeling of like anxiety when they hear that someone's vegan, and then all of a sudden they reflect it upon themselves and ask themselves, what does it mean for me that people are vegan? Do I need to eat animals? What about my family and my culture? Are we wrong? I think it just sets off a whole, like a dominoes being flipped down one by one, making them question a lot of things, and that produces a lot of anxiety to have your kind of to question your whole worldview. So I think that's what's going on. Plant-based power. No, I didn't say I wanted to debate him. I said I wanted to discuss the matter with him, plant-based power. So tell Richard I want to discuss the matter with him. Oh, see, he just texted me if I want to debate right now. Man, I got to message him back, guys. Hang on one sec. You get me distracted here. Okay, where's Messenger here? Come on. Slow. Okay, there's Rich. I told them to tell you that I'm down for a discussion, if I could spell, about what you said earlier, but not necessarily a debate. If I could spell debate right, but I can't tonight. Tomorrow? I could spell tomorrow. All right, so that's what I just told Richard. I told them to tell you that I'm down for a discussion about what you said earlier, but not necessarily a debate. But I can't today, tomorrow perhaps. So we'll see how that goes down. But yeah, I can't tonight because I promised Angie I'd be joining up with her soon to have dinner at a reasonable time. So Angela from Germany, how's it going? Elena, you sent me a link. Where did you send me this link at, Elena? Let me know. It's a debate or a cage fight with Vegan Gains. Well, I'm sure it'll turn into a debate of sorts, but if that's what he wants to debate, I strongly disagree with the proposition. And maybe he'll change it a bit. I'll back up into the chat. But I mean, tell me if I understood it right. Did you guys hear it right? And let me know if you guys can help me here. Make sure it doesn't turn into some kind of crazy cage fight. Did I paraphrase what he said correctly? Do you remember what he said? That he was saying that when you say that you're vegan, it offends people in a similar way that using the N-word or kung flu to an Asian guy like me offends people. Is that what he was kind of saying? If you say you're vegan, it can offend people. I'm going, it's different. Did I understand that right? Is that kind of the gist of what he said, or am I like messing it up? Let me know. You guys might understand his philosophies a little bit better than I do because you guys watch him more. So let me know if that sounds like what Vegan Gains was saying earlier. Okay, let's see. Richard just got back to me. Let's see. What do you say? Sure, we can do it. Okay, so hopefully something will happen tomorrow. Okay, I'll just let him know right on. All right, cool. Let's see. Yes, Ryan, he was saying that. Okay. You agree with me, Lauren? He said that they are equivalent. I completely disagree that they are equivalent. So who knows? Maybe it'll turn into a debate, cage fight. Who knows? But I don't see them being the same. Just because someone gets triggered if I say I'm vegan doesn't mean I said anything with the intent of hate, the intent of speaking bad about their culture or their family or anything. Like I said, when I say I'm vegan, it could trigger a domino reaction that kind of shakes their worldview to their core, but I can't take responsibility for that because I didn't say anything offensive or intended to be offensive or hateful when I say I'm vegan. In fact, when I say I'm vegan, I'm speaking about me. I'm not talking about your family. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. I am vegan because I find it completely unnecessary to harm animals, to kill animals needlessly for food in order for me to live, because it's completely unnecessary. You can live completely on plants and be healthy if you want to be. You can be an unhealthy vegan if you choose. That's your choice. I don't see how that's offensive in any way. If you find that offensive, we can't talk about anything. I mean, I can't talk about my favorite band. I mean, it's kind of funny to go even further on this. Like, like music, I learned a lot about like the world of BTS, you know, the K-pop band, because Angie's been following them. Like, there's crazy fans in there that don't even let you speak your opinion. If, like, say one member is your favorite and you say that, or you make a YouTube channel dedicated to that one member, you'll have a bunch of people that come in and give you hate because you can't say you like this one guy. You should like the other guy, or you should like them all equally. I mean, hey, just your opinion. If you get triggered by saying that, you're hearing that a person likes Jungkook better than he likes Tae, or he likes Jimin more than he likes RM or whatever, that's their opinion. They can express it, but there's nothing hateful in that intent. We all have preferences, right? Am I wrong? And we just prefer things. I prefer not to kill animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. I mean, what could be more basic and non-offensive than that? That's my preference in life. In fact, I see it as my moral duty to not harm animals. See, vegan metalhead. Yeah, I know you're not joking there. You get hate for not liking, who is it you said, Darkthrone? If you're not a big enough Darkthrone fan, some of their fans will give you hate, saying, why don't you like them more? Why do you like some other band more? Something like that. See what I'm talking about? We all have the right to express our preferences as far as what we like, as far as which band member you like, if you like veganism, and it doesn't mean it has to offend the other person. If I say I like Jungkook more than I like Jin and BTS, I'm not dissing Jin or Jin's fans. I think Jin's wonderful. He's a cool dude, but I like Jungkook better. I think he's got an amazing voice. But then that means you think Jin doesn't have an amazing voice. See what I'm saying? You have the right to be able to express your opinions. My opinion is I prefer to live a life that doesn't involve the unnecessary killing and harm to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. That's my preference. That's how I choose to live. And if someone's offended by that, it's on them. It's their problem. Just like the Jin fan got offended if I said I like Jungkook better. That's on them. I didn't say Jin sucked. Okay, I think Richard's main argument is that he's against censorship. Well, let's see. What is censorship exactly? Let's go look at what censorship is, because I thought let's see. Let's just go look it up real quick to make sure we're all talking about the same thing. Okay, the suppression or prohibition of any parts of books, film, news, etc. that are considered obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to society. Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, yeah, I mean, I don't like people tell me what I can and cannot make as an artist, both as a musical artist, both as like a YouTube content creator. I agree with that proposition. Yeah, I don't want an entity telling me what I can or cannot produce. That said, if I were making a video that was just like making fun of people of color, I mean, or that kind of seems to cross a line there. Just like you can't go into, a crowded building and yell fire, there's certain limits on what's considered, acceptable behavior. So yeah, I agree. I agree censorship's wrong, but there does have to be a limit at some point. What's acceptable? Walking up to a guy on the street and calling him Kung Flu, that's not censorship. That's just being a dick. Who decides though? I mean, who decides? I mean, do you? I'm not telling you who decides. It's just like It's morality. It's a moral issue. It's like, like murder is wrong, rape is wrong, and it's also wrong to walk up to a Chinese guy on the street and yell Kung Flu at him. It's wrong. I don't know how to prove it any more than I can't prove that murder is wrong or rape is wrong, or it's the same kind of thing. Hate speech. Yeah, and there you go, Rebirth. Hate speech is generally not protected under censorship. Okay, well, words don't kill, but you just think that's perfectly acceptable to walk up to an old Chinese man on the street and start yelling racial epithets at him, kung flu, coronavirus, you think that's perfectly acceptable, and we should, think, that's, something that's fine and okay to do in society. Yeah, it doesn't kill him, but then, as Peter pointed out, and we've seen here in the United States too, not only just in Canada, not only are these words accompanied by not only are they hurling these racial epithets at people, they're actually being attacked as well. They go hand in hand. It depends how hateful the utterer of these words are. They can kill. The words themselves don't kill, but they can. These guys people have been hospitalized by this anti-Chinese racism. Yeah, words can lead people to perform actions. They don't necessarily do, but they can. But yeah, the words themselves don't kill. But how do you think I feel if I'm walking down the street and a bunch of guys that look like skinheads start yelling like ching chong kind of just racial epithets at me? I've had that happen before, by the way. How do you think I feel? Just let me know. How should I feel when I have that happen to me? Do I feel great? Do I feel concerned, alarmed, offended, fearful for my safety at that moment because there's like 3 of them and 1 of me? Like, how, see what I'm saying? It's no, I don't allow them to hurt. They're yelling that stuff, and there's this hateful intention behind them. So you think I should just be chill? If I'm just walking down the street and 3 skinhead dudes start yelling like racial epithets, I mean, I should say I'm not going to allow that to hurt. I mean, I mean, I don't get offended like, oh, how dare they utter those horrific words at me? It's like, oh, those guys are pissed. What are they going to do? That's what it is. It's a warning sign too that like some shit can start happening. Yeah, it's vile. Yeah, turn the other cheek. Yeah, I don't want to get involved in an altercation that's going to lead me to get hospitalized or anything. Yeah, first concern is personal safety. But second, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he yelling like kung flu at me for? So I don't know, are some of you guys really arguing it's totally cool? People should be able to yell that at me. I should just turn the other cheek. Is that what some of you are arguing? I'm kind of curious. If a lot of you guys are condoning hateful, racist comments being uttered, and the receiver of the comments shouldn't be offended. We should just turn the other cheek and not be bothered. I mean, is that what the idea is? Yeah, Travis, I know that. I know they're not all. I'm just saying, I'm just using that as an example because that's something that's actually happened to me in my life before. So I wasn't generalizing that all are. Who said that? It's happened to me before. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what their names were or anything, but yeah, this has happened. Where is that coming from? I don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from a hateful place, a place where people are offended by my nationality. Simply nothing other than that, other than by my appearance. No, I'm not saying is it okay. I'm asking you, is it okay? I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm asking you, is that okay? Is that what I'm understanding? That it's okay for, 3 like skinhead looking dudes to yell racial epithets at me? Is that what some of people here are arguing? I don't understand. I'm not sure. So I'm making sure I understand the point before I go any further. But I can't go too much further because I gotta get going soon, guys. Catsmeow, I really don't know who said that or what, but that's why I'm asking to clarify. I'm going, did I understand the point correctly? I don't know if someone laid it out exactly like that. They may have said maybe only 8 words, but this is me trying to pull the argument out. That's what I'm trying to do here, to understand the proposition, the argument. Yeah, ethnicity, Tennis Freak. Yes, thank you. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I kind of use those words synonymously sometimes. Yeah, they do have distinct differences. Thanks, guys. I'm not saying that they should be put in jail. I wasn't calling for a remedy or an immediate action. I'm just going, I've experienced this kind of racism where I was actually in fear for my personal safety at the time that it was happening. So I don't know. I don't know if they broke any laws or anything, but it wasn't cool. You know, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to do that to someone. I wouldn't want that to happen again. What does this have to do with censorship? I'm talking about people yelling, you know, hateful racial comments at others. Me being someone who has received them. How is that censorship? That's just racism. That's hate. You know, if you want to call it censorship, I don't know how that's censorship. I'm just saying that's just hate and racism. Yeah, you got it, Rebirth, right now. Check the news, guys, if you haven't been, you know, hearing about this. Let me repeat what he said there. A lot of violence, or she, a lot of violence is being aimed at Asian Americans right now. You're saying especially in New York, it's happening in California. Peter told us about what's happening in British Columbia. A lot of anti-Asian race. It's up like reports of anti-Asian racism incidents up like, what, I forgot, 600%. 800% compared to, like, you know, a year or two before. It's gotten crazy, guys. Trust me, I would know. Plants, if you want to share some good news, that would be good. We got to move on, and I got to move on too this evening. Let's see, Mike. I think I saw your comment before Streamlabs deleted it. I didn't do it. I think there was probably a word in there that it didn't like, but I think I see his point. If he feels like he needs to use certain words to be a vegan advocate, that's his point of view. My point of view is I don't need to use like charged words like that to tell people about veganism. That's just a differing point of view of how we are advocates, and we're all advocates in our own different, unique ways. You know, and I've always said I don't believe any one person's way of being a vegan activist is better than another's. Work with what's your strengths. You know, he's a whole different person than I am. I'm a whole different person, you know, so we have our own unique beliefs, our unique strengths and backgrounds, and bring that to the table and use that to be the best vegan activist you can. I feel like I can do it without doing, you know, using trigger words like that, you know, but if he wants to use that, that's his prerogative. Let's see, what's that, people? Peter, I think what some people are trying to say is that any word could be offensive to somebody. Like somebody could hear the word blue and think it's racist, but those other words have an actual meaning behind them. Yeah, that I agree with you. Some words have intent behind them. That's what my whole point was. When you call someone an effing a-hole, intent is pretty clear about that. If you call someone a guy or a dude, you know, a bro, you know, it has a different intent behind it. Yeah, but someone could be offended. Why'd you call me a bro for? I'm not a bro. I'm not a bro. You know, I mean, you could, yeah, anything could offend anyone at any time. That's something I've learned from being on social media. If you haven't, guys, learned that yet, anything you say, no matter how, you know, noble and well worded and removed from any kind of innuendo of hate of any kind, still can be interpreted in a negative way. That can happen, and that does happen every day. But, you know, some words are just, and some phrases are, the intent is obviously not a good intent. Cool Cats Meow, maybe so. Oh, Plants, your good news. Cory Booker is influencing Kamala Harris to go vegan. Cool. We need more people in power to go vegan, and maybe one day get rid of those agricultural subsidies that subsidize the meat and dairy industries unfairly. Solar Flower, hungry all the time? Eat more food. Eat more food. What are you eating? Just kind of curious there. But yeah, that would probably it. If you eat till you're full, that's probably a good place to start. A lot of people think maybe you should eat a little less as a vegan. You're going to lose weight and get ripped or something like that. No, veganism's not that kind of diet. It's an ethical, moral philosophy. And yeah, just make sure you're eating till you're full. And if you're new to it, yeah, maybe you need to fill up a little bit more because plant foods typically can fill the stomach quicker than like animal-based foods. So you might just need to put a little bit more in, see how that goes, but within reason. Don't do anything outrageous. He was saying that vegan activism offends a lot of marginalized people. I'm kind of curious. That I heard him say that. He did say marginalized people. Thanks, Gianna Coyote. I want to know, maybe you can help me, Gianna, if you understand what he's talking about more. Like who in particular, what marginalized people are offended by veganism, and what are we talking about? The reason I ask is because living here in the Los Angeles area, I meet vegans of every walk of life, every socioeconomic class, every nationality, every culture, and I see just I don't see what that is. If someone's offended by veganism, I think it has to do with them, not their being marginalized people. Like I said, you could tell a rich person that you're vegan and they could somehow get triggered too because they think you're attacking their lifestyle. I don't think that has anything to do with socioeconomics or anything of the sort. So I'm just kind of curious if you know what he's talking about there. Hey, Uncle Walt, I think I'm going to be going pretty soon. I promised Angie we'd make dinner pretty soon. I don't want her to eat dinner too late right now. But yeah, Gianna, if you know what these marginalized groups that may or may not be offended when they hear that a person's vegan, I'd love to know, because that just sounds so vague that some marginalized groups might get offended. Like who are these marginalized groups, and what's so inherently offensive about hearing that a person's vegan? Because it's about me. It's not about them. If I say I'm vegan, again, I'm not speaking bad about a person or their culture or their family or anything. I'm just talking about I find it the morally correct action to not exploit, harm animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. And if they say vegan's too expensive, it's not. I've shown many times. I've made countless videos showing how veganism is not expensive. I mean, it can be if you want it to. You can spend a ton of money on vegan food, but I mean, there's nothing cheaper than big sack of potatoes, big sacks of rice, put some green veggies on top. You got meals for months there. Native Americans. That's the thing, Peter, when you say that, and I agree, it's a good point that you brought up there. The thing is, that was just like one Native American that was offended by your fur protest. I wouldn't say that, that one Native American spoke for all Native Americans, because I'm part Native American too, so I mean, and there's Native American vegans. So if that one Native American got offended, that's on him. Again, just like I could offend, any person of any class, any culture, any race by saying I'm vegan, just because it's something in their mind. It has nothing to do with anything other than they think I'm attacking them. And that's their mental gymnastics to twist what I said, that I'm vegan, into some kind of personal assault on them or their culture. It's not. They're the ones that connected a bunch of dots that didn't exist. Well, Peter, that's on them. Did you say, okay, here's the thing, Peter. Yeah, I agree with you, Peter. I'm not trying to disagree with you here at all, Peter. If some Native Americans got offended by you being vegan, that's on them. Did you say, I'm vegan, and if you're not vegan, you suck? If you said something like that, then it's offensive. I mean, it's like you being offended by something that's part of their culture. Like say they have a sweat lodge. I'm offended. They want to sweat. I'm saying it has nothing to do with you. You being vegan has nothing to do with them. You're not making a moral judgment against them. You're not speaking down to them or anything like that. Again, they're the ones that connected a bunch of dots that don't have any connection and came to a conclusion that has nothing to do with what you said about being vegan, or just the fact, you didn't even have to say anything, just the fact that you're vegan offended them, and that's on them. You didn't say anything about them. I'm not sure what's for dinner tonight. Maybe the kale pilaf dish in the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook, guys. That's what I mentioned to Angie earlier. Mike, so yeah, tell me. I want to have some more examples. I'm not disagreeing with you, Mike, at all. Mike McNally, like I said, marginalized groups are offended or even harmed by language some vegans use in their advocacy. Well, what is this like? Please, just give me an example. Like maybe some vegans are not being all that sensitive in their language. I don't know. I can't possibly imagine how. Barring what I just said, how anyone could be triggered by anything, how anything I say in my vegan advocacy would be offensive to anyone of any background, be it if you're like super wealthy, just in the middle class, lower class, any nationality, race, culture. I don't see how anything I say in my personal vegan activism or advocacy is offensive towards anyone, unless they twist my words and just jump to conclusions that were never present in anything I said. And I can't be responsible for that, you know? I could see if I was saying really edgy, offensive things like some vegans do, and okay, that's the danger or risk of that, but I don't see any harm from what I'm saying to any group. Can anyone disagree with me? I don't want you guys to kiss my ass. Please tell me if there's anything about my advocacy is somehow insensitive to groups, marginalized groups, or rich groups for that matter. I'm looking at the whole spectrum. Please let me know. Maybe you see something that's I'm not able to see because I'm too close to being me. You know what I'm saying? You guys give me an objective, reflection of myself. So let me know. Okay, so Mike thinks my language choice is fine. Let's see. All right, Tracy, thanks for doing all you could tonight, Tracy. Much appreciated. I was glad when I saw people getting timed out by you because, yeah, I started getting kind of... You came on at the right time, Tracy, so thanks so much. I think it's all chill and all. Plus I got to go, too. Yeah, LMS, I agree with you 100% there. It's a full-time job to anticipate everyone's triggers. Like I said, anything you say can trigger anyone at random. Even if what you're saying is completely harmless and, devoid of all, triggering types of content. Peter, your vegan shirt was very offensive to the Native Americans. To them, it was suggesting you're taking away their culture. I mean, were you saying Native Americans go vegan or shut up or something like that? Did you say did your shirt have any context to them? You're just saying I have a personal way of seeing the world, as they have their right to have a personal way of seeing the world. And, we all have that right to, and not to be offended by what the other person's beliefs are. I mean, again, they're just being triggered. I'm not triggered when I see someone has a different point of view. I might make a video responding to, say, Joe Rogan or something like that, when he talks nonsense about veganism. But I don't think he's he's threatening my whole being or my vegan activism or something like that. I mean, if I did think that, that would be on me. That's not on Joe Rogan. He said what he said. This nonsense. Plants have feelings and blah, blah, blah. That's cool. That's his opinion, but that's not a threat to my beliefs about veganism. Doesn't affect him whatsoever. In fact, it makes me even more convinced about veganism. Yeah, okay, Peter, and say in no way did you in your t-shirt or your group use the word Native American. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they interpret that to be offensive towards them, that's on them for taking everything. So I'm not everything, but taking what you were doing there personally. You're there spreading a message of peace and compassion for all sentient beings. And if someone was offended by that, again, that's on them. You didn't call them out. You didn't say they were bad people, that their culture was wrong. You had your advocacy wasn't even looking at anyone's culture or anything. You were just talking about veganism in general. So again, if someone gets offended by that, that's on them. You didn't say anything triggering, nothing hateful. Yeah, Gianna, I'm with you here. Yeah, because we were talking about hate speech. In particular, I was talking about hate speech that I've experienced. And I don't know what background you have, Gianna, but you got it. You nailed it. You know, so it sounds like you may have experienced it. If not, you've heard someone else tell about it. You're saying hate speech, as I've been the recipient of, makes other people like me feel overstressed and physically unsafe. It feels like a threat, and I added the word physically there. It feels like a threat to one's safety and physical being. That's why people shouldn't engage in hate speech. Besides, it perpetuates racism. Yes, I agree with everything you just said there, Gianna. Yeah, Uncle Walt. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point, Uncle Walt. We're on the same page here. If you what'd you say? I wanted to read what you said there. I fail to understand why your choice to not harm animals in order to feed yourself would offend someone, as long as it doesn't condemn them. Exactly. So if someone's triggered by your choice, that's on them. Because you didn't say, oh, and by the way, after you said why you're vegan, and I'm a better person than you. Okay, that would be mean, right? That would be give them reason to be triggered. But if you say I'm vegan, it's my choice. I find it I made my personal decision to not harm animals when I feed myself or buy clothing. That's your decision. It's like me being triggered by someone saying, I made my choice this year to take my vacation in Baja or whatever in Mexico. Oh, like that's on that. That's cool, you know. But it's their choice. It's their thing. They didn't say, and you suck because you only went to Catalina or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how? I don't understand. I'm with you. I'm with you 100% there, Uncle Walt. Yeah, rebirth, exactly. Eating meat is part of not only, Native American culture, it's part of European culture. It's part of every culture. I'm Chinese. Meat eating is huge there, I mean, that's why I say I laugh at that argument when people say, oh, meat eating, I couldn't possibly be vegan because of my culture. Like, we all came from a culture that had a lot of meat in it. That argument sucks. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Richard about it. Totally. I wish I could tonight, but I really got it going, guys. Thanks for reminding there, Meow Gang. But yeah, you guys have helped me. So now when I talk to Richard tomorrow, I think I better understand his position, and you've helped me to speaking with you guys, help to more clarify my position. I understand it a little bit in more detail now, more examples I have. So yeah. I'll chat with Richard tomorrow about it. Hopefully we have time tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I have a semi-open day tomorrow, so we'll see what he's up to between all his workout live streams and all his weird response videos and stuff like that. So yeah, sounds like he's open for it. So yeah, it was a cool discussion, guys. Yeah, a very weird live stream, not the kind of thing I was planning to do tonight. So anyway, guys, I got to get going and have a dinner with Angie. So thanks for joining late, Uncle Walt, and thanks for everyone else for sticking around. And yeah, we have no new videos in the works. If you haven't watched my video from yesterday, please do. It's the one where I respond to that anti-vegan debate guy from Friday night. Now that I can pull up a web browser and and fact check things in real time, which I couldn't do last Friday, which pissed me off more than dealing with him. I was pissed off at the technical issue. Anyway, check that video out. And so I show all the information that is relevant to that discussion. And I'm going to go and join my beautiful wife right now, guys. So thanks. And yeah, maybe you'll see me and Richard talking tomorrow on Vegan Gains or my channel. Who knows? We'll figure it out, guys. All right, got to go. Much love to y'all. And all right, bye-bye.